So I guess that we're over now, through and free but empty. Two hands matching means resentment, no longer speaking. And now I throw away your clothes and give you back your things. Walking alone, feeling nothing. So eventually I hope that we can talk it through, but we both know that us still requires you. So I'll continue to mourn for someone who isn't even dead. And now I live my life just full of fear and dread. Today I was walking and began to cry, remember giving my hand for the first time. And now I can only give you one word text, walking away, still wanting to stay friends. And it makes me wonder what I could have done. A million breakups only care about one. Pain in my words as you and I speak. Yesterday's eternal and today you leave. Eventually I hope that we can talk it through, but we will know that us still requires you. So I'll continue to mourn for someone who isn't even dead. And now I live a life full of fear and dread. Dread, 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 dread. My life, I've been lonely and down. You were the queen, and I was the blind. All the things that you ever thought. Until when your love was around for me to expect. But there is still the skin is there. Going and left, the flame to rest.
Anything I tell her, my dad, I'm making rounds.
I'm in a constant loop of self-destruction. Every time I think of you, I get lost in a sea of unearthly corruption and harmful, painful thoughts. Yet I'm forced to keep talking to you. It's not by my choice, and it kills me to know that soon you'll move on to another voice. Yet you cling to mine still. When you duck taped it first, blocked my airway to open yours to once again scream the pain you endure. You threatened to cut yourself because you broke up with me and I walked. Love, is that not what you want for me to leave you alone? Now you reach out to see if I'm still alive, and you know I never lie. I'm breathing, but I'm not living, babe, cause what is on after goodbye? In our conversation today, I accidentally used your wrong name. I called you honey. Yes, how vain, I'm glad to know you don't feel the same. I didn't know what to say. Out of a second nature habit, I accidentally admitted all the love I once had. I still have it. In one word I confess that I'm not over you yet. Time heals the wound, but not the scar. It grabs your pain and stretches it far. And I'm still at war with a great cloud of smoke. With each inhale it burns with whispers in the oak. And other drawings you drew me, other memories we made together from 3 Januaries ago to this painful September. Find some sort of cool joke in the fact that I had just gotten back from buying you birthday gifts and writing a card that went like this: 2 years and running, here's to 2 more. Strong set of words for someone that don't love me no more. You made be older. A fine wine wise with aging will the wine sour to vinegar in the process of one evening. In the timeline of just one night, I lost a future wife, a girlfriend, a best friend, and half of my fucking life. And now a puzzle must be built with the pieces of a shattered heart. Place them together and lock them away, that way they never come apart. I'm grieving the death of a metaphor, a social construct, companionship, and now I so search and look for more, but that doesn't change the fact I still miss you, and your way of speech, and your unique sense of fashion, and the humor and laughs I used to indulge in, and the way you looked at me after a hug, and the brain that once enchanted the fog, and the body that shined like a bright gem, and everything else that's gone now because you left. And in the end,
I can still fuck you. I'm doing better mentally, but worse physically.
and I'll still be here, even if it eats at me, because I'd rather see you healing than see you bleed. I'll have a place for you to sleep if you ever get evicted. I'll always have food to eat, served on paper dishes. And that September night, out in freezing cold, with good friends I walked, crying sapphire tears unfold. Soon I was alone, in the bed with your hair, your necklace on my throat, asking, why weren't you there? My home has broken windows, and it's had them for as long as I can remember. They're significant for just how insignificant they really are. We never bring them up, even when it freezes, even when it hurts, they aren't there. And I remember how I described my house to you, the one with the broken windows. And even to this day, I continue to use that glass to describe my home. And I feel that way about you now. You are shattered glass. Shattered glass. I have to keep you under wraps, just so I don't get hurt. It's like I abandoned our memory. I abandoned you in a way because I chose to stop interacting with you, because I chose to click the block button. And the other day, you edited a document of mine and said, still beautiful, to some of the poems on there. And I had a panic attack because I didn't know how to handle the fact that you had a way that you could still hurt me if you really wanted to. And it's not you, I know you wouldn't do that, but I was just scared. You scared me. You scared me. And now the first snow of the years came. And I think it's such a crying shame that we won't be together for it. Watching snowflakes in the forest, the forest of our neighborhood, the empty branches of the trees, from the leaves that fall down, in alleyways covered in concrete. instead. Somewhere in the wind, your love began to grow thin, and now I'm running, breaking my shins, and destroying the sticks and the twigs. And under each crunch, you harassed my friends. You messaged my family, and then you begged me for love. Trying to find our way back to our first dance, rocking back and forth, and I waited on the chance to lean in and kiss where lips meet lips, and when that ball dropped, it was all bliss. These memories are all that remains to cherish a love that brought me pain. I threw out the photos and the flowers and broke the frames, destroyed the towers, the ones you painted for me. Mountains I burned, kiss marks I ripped up. I began despising art, and I trashed your old clothes. I walk around pretending I don't know that you don't care, when really I just wish you would come see my broken window, or watch the aisles get covered in more flakes falling, gently coating the floor. Wind blowing, moving my front door. Our memories are there, not like before, as if any part of you is still holding. Like I have to question why it's snowing, 'cause I didn't enjoy the snow or the window. I enjoyed the way that I wasn't alone. Think I'm a devil and I'll play that part. When the bridge was burned, yeah, I made that spot. But the devil is the only left. Circumstances are holding the gas, and I am a monster. It won't go along. We will know this decision was wrong. I look at you and I have to ask, what have we done to bring us back? I can't be happy while I'm alive, and so I'll just drop what I've got in love with a poisonous air. Calling me names and only understand loving another while with me. So don't be around. It's so free. Side, rip, strap, strap, and back. Your green. Watching clothes every day. Best friend or boyfriend, either way. Don't apologize and mean it the same. Oh dear, that sweatshirt just doesn't fit your face. And I miss the icicles you brought. Because the snow is now some sort of depression. When you cut and freeze me, I had security. I had that sort of knowledge that someone was there. But even you being there, you still froze me. You beat me down. In hiding with my pain. And now I can't hide it anymore.
I wish you could figure out. 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 I wish you could. I wish you could. I wish you could. I wish you could see through my eyes, so you wouldn't judge when I cry. I wish you could see through these eyes, so you wouldn't be so blind. You are my lover, you are my knife, you are my heart, you are my life. You are my lover, you are my knife, you are my heart, you are my life.
Did I tell you that I'm skinnier now and that my hair is thinning out? No, I'm down 30 pounds, 2-month-long drought just to be your pretty boy. So you give me a kiss on the cheek, hold my hand, give me time, saying you love me. I
wish you could see through my eyes, so you wouldn't judge when I cry. I wish you could see through these eyes, so you wouldn't be so blind. You are my lover, you are my knife, you are my heart, you are my life. You are my lover, you are my knife, you are my heart, you are my life.
Did you see that song? I used you on the cover, immortalized forever, good friends to lovers. Did you hear that poem? I wrote it all in your image. They used to make you weep, and now they don't exist. I
wish you could see through my eyes, so you wouldn't judge when I cry. I wish you could see through these eyes, so you wouldn't be so blind. You are my lover, you are my knife, you are my heart, you are my life. You are my lover, you are my knife, you are my heart, you are my life.
What did your dad say? Is he why you treat me this way? Did his words become yours?
What did your dad say? Is he why you treat me this way? Did his words become yours? Can you really change? Did you see that eraser? The one to my page you penned in your name, and I want it blank. Did you see my legs, or would you rather me be between yours? Why do you want me inside you if I'm not lovely anymore? Can I be gutted when I'm what's holding us up? Push away my friends, change me to be enough. Put myself through hell to see you doing well. I just wanna hear a pet name, a thank you, a good day, sometimes even less. Red light closer stress, you cut open my chest and left me to clean your mess. And I wish you could see through my eyes so you wouldn't judge when I cry. I wish you could see through these eyes so you wouldn't be so blind. You are my lover, you are my knife, you are my heart, you are my life. You are my lover, you are my knife, you are my heart, you are my life. Everybody likes a story until it comes to an end. Yeah. Everybody loves to love you until you're already dead. Don't kick the dead man. Don't resent what's already gone. Don't waste your time without a plan for when your ghost sings this song. the dead man. Why hate what can't kill you? Why curse a coffin with the cross when it's really all God? Disillusionment from death that follows me all around. When you know your times will come and you quiver at the sounds of venom in the words from the unassured. Cause they hate you not for you but cause you don't kick the dead man. Don't resent what's already gone. Don't waste your time without a plan for when your ghost sings this song. Don't kick the dead man. Why hate what can't hear you? Why curse a coffin with a cross when it's really all God? When my time has come and my hair's gone gray, I hope you remember me and not all my mistakes. And when my time has come and my hair's gone gray, I hope you remember me for me and not all my mistakes. Don't kick the dead man. Don't resent what's already gone. Don't waste your time without a plan for when your ghost sings this song. Don't kick the dead man. Why hate what can't hear you? Curse a coffin with the cross when it's really all God away. Delicately I walk around, my feet dragging, waiting for any patches in the road to break up the monotony. I wonder if this is what she thought, what she felt before she left, dragging her feet rather than moving, shifting around as the living dead. These questions still linger, swirling around ear to ear. The panning is dissonant, disorienting me, desperate to live. It's something about that drive when you are uncertain about your life. It's something about going to work the next day, relearning to walk, knowing it'll never be the same. There's a raven that sits on my school. I like to think he's a metaphor or premonition, a declaration of all my weight and tension, and not just a bird. And there's a set of old stairs in the back courtyard. They creak as you step down them. Some sort of rotting red wood. Do they remember when I'd sit on them, making metaphors about my desires and lost life? Trying to find beauty where there is only strife. Derived from old writings and songs inspired. Poems I try to make ice out of fire. It helps me feel better to create art out of the dark. And that's the reason I love the weather and his feathers. Got some real feelings for the Dashland. And the worst part is you don't think of me no more. You blocked me out, you shut that or you created a mental barrier. You pretend that I don't exist, and to be only fair to you, I probably deserve it. Cause no matter what I did to help, you still picked apart your nails and still cursed me out. And I'd cry when you'd shout. You loved me one day, you hated me the next. You'd cling to me in person, then berate me in text. So why, oh tell me why, did you have to treat me like I was worthless? So why, oh tell me why, how did I screw up? What did I do to deserve this? I was on a leash, you pulled for me. The collar was your skin and all your teeth, the marks on yourself, the blood you'd bleed. And so anytime we talked, those were my lead. 1,000 chances I gave you, every fight for you to look me in the eyes and apologize. In the end, I was always wrong, you were always right. So keep telling me how you've lost your sight. Keep telling me how it's all going wrong. Keep telling me how you're losing everyone. Tell me I'm a piece of shit, good for nothing little bitch, as if it's me who's been cutting up your wrist. Because no matter what I did to help, you still picked apart your nails and still cursed me out. And I cry when you shout. You loved me one day, you hated me the next. You'd cling to me in person, then berate me in text. So why, oh tell me why, did you have to treat me like I was worthless? So why, oh tell me why, fucking why, how did I screw up? What did I do to deserve it? And the irony is, if you'd come back for me, I'd probably say yes and welcome you with glee and act like nothing happened, like you deserve the attention, and give you all of me again and let you take over and win. So go ahead and cry me a river, complain about your life. I'll be there to listen and you'll hold that knife. Give me more reasons to feel for what you'd say, but through the 4 seasons you never did the same. Because no matter what I did to help, you still picked apart your nails and still cursed me out. And I'd cry when you'd shout. You loved me one day, you hated me the next. You'd cling to me in person, then berate me in text. So why, oh tell me why, did you have to treat me like I was worthless? So why, oh tell me why, how did I fuck up? What did I do to deserve this?
I'm gonna cut myself, but I haven't in a while, so it's fine.
Smile like I do whenever you cross my brain, because despite the fact that it's not all green, I can't help but grin whenever I hear your name, because I won't ever regret you. I won't take back our 2 years together. Our relationship was far too meaningful to just not remember. And from the snow caps on the mountains to the trees in the suburbs, I still imagine and hope it happens that we can shed our words. But the past is bygone in this moment, and I'm still stuck here hoping that this is all some sort of bad dream, as if a breakup is really nothing. And now I wanna move on, I wanna learn and
came to terms with the fact that you've left, but the world just turns and no one's getting rest. When the sun wakes me, sometimes I pick up my phone and begin to type, but then tears well up in my eyes, because good morning won't change goodbye. And I just hide my face now. I drown myself in a pillow, and I try not to think for a little, because you remind me of a willow, something beautiful but now distant, something amazing that I am missing, something that grows on endlessly, something radiant and truly free. But then I remember I'm allergic to willow trees, and you don't want anything to do with me. And though you treated me poorly, you were the only one who could ever see the person I really am. I never had to put up a scam, but in your mental decline, I became the one you despise. And all my friends say you're bad news, and they are probably right, but I have a hard time letting go because of how long I tried to fight. And now you moved on, and I'm still stuck in place, because I dream of you. So I mean it when I say I remember you fondly, and sometimes I weep, bawl out my skull as if I am falling, because in all honesty, I don't know if I'll ever be willing to love again, because my love is with the trees, and the snow caps are still iced up, and the mountains just as tall, and you are still in love. This time it's just not me who's playing ball.
And I'm feeling the effects of you now. I loved you to a fault.
Roll train stations demo in 1, 2, 3, 4. And now that it's the end of the world, would you like to create one? Before the party's over, I'd like to create a way to keep the fun before the threat runs out. And by the time it's over, I think I might just see the thing about yesterday's, it seems like bliss to today. And as you grow and live, you learn that it all fades away. And those nights playing tag down at Lodestone Park will be over before the party even starts. And the thing about time is it is unstoppable, and when you try to stop it moving, the clock is full. The hands wave goodbye and it ticks you farewell, and when it's all said and done, at least the time was swell. And part of you fears that it'll never come again. Your study prep becomes the end. Those fun games and the names you forget, you will miss each detail down to the last inch. And was all the work for nothing? You stretch yourself thin for what? And these were the thoughts on the train ride, where you realized that you really wanted someone to pass the time with, and the apple grew on them, and you won't forget.
I can't. Once his emotion is going.
Oh yeah, look at the camera, bro.
Yeah.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
I've always hated December. There's no boring passage
Mama died a day before my birthday. She was revived when I turned 17. Nearly an adult, still had tears on my cheeks. That was the 19th and 20th, some time ago from now. But I remember my mind, and I was thinking about how awful it was that this woman I loved would be swallowed, and the universe wouldn't give a fuck. The earth kept on spinning, and life kept going, still standing in place, and it was still snowing. I tested God for a minute. I spent the money I had saved and wrote a note on a paper and tucked it away till later. I always feared my fate, or lack thereof, writing songs about grief. My pain was shame, so in melodramatic poems it goes and came and went, and that's where it flows. And those songs, I hate them all, but I still write songs for grieving. Stood on a bridge, all intentions to jump. No, that time, it's never gonna be enough. January and February, I relapsed in self-harm. Tonight, I'm tempting my fate to the dark. And it's beautiful outside today. Writing this version in May. It was first track 12, and second maybe 11. The third was a catch-22, and then releasing in fourth. Each note a separate cut. Check the scars on my legs, chest, and back. Now the weights off my shoulder instead. Transient, time passed. Learned to be better again. Finally a moment of clarity. It's been many months since you passed away, and so much of it all has changed. The house is empty now, but a presence looms, a void of uncertainty and feeling of doom. Like someone still living in there, the room where your heart stopped simultaneously, so did ours. The God's birds of your flock. I am still searching for an answer. I made a promise to live my life in the points where I could use your guidance. The only response is laughter, a cry from something in the universe, something that puts the stars to shame. A light that helps me write every verse, a light that is there on every day. We sold all of your things, the clothes you bought but never wore. It has been weeks, but I still question who they were for. I like to tell myself that the families who got them smiled like you, and they weren't just resold or recycled, but truly loved, appreciated too. If she has passed away now, he was there for you as your health declined. His was going down too, and he went 2 days after you died, and Mom almost went as well, the same way as you did. Her heart stopped, but she was in hospice, grateful, had enough with loss. Grandpa too is aging now, he'd rather work than being home. Her death affected him more than anyone, he just doesn't want anyone to know. We all have to act stoic, like you're watching us, as if we're being heroic, hiding our grief with love. And my biggest regret now is not seeing you like I should have. And my biggest shame is that I am somewhat glad that I didn't. I would have just been too sad to see how long you lived, just to see how fast you would cease to exist. I think I said to you that I miss you, and I have a set of your wind chimes, because those little things are the prettiest in my mind. I still sometimes get up to hug you before I leave that home. I still sometimes cry to myself about you when I am alone. The person I once knew is still dead, not on a trip anywhere, not away for a while, but just a dead old friend. To talk about this is to be a fraction of the never ending, because I think about you every night. It's become a genuine routine. All of this is not to say that everything is unhappy. Scattered now years, teacher free. Timmy's gained 15 pounds and now I'm 17. And I'll be able to drive like you never got to see. We searched your drawers and found seasonings from 2003. And I mention all of these things because they're what you help me learn to appreciate. Hold on to love and throw out my hate. And so I keep the same promise I made, the one I wrote back in May, the one I read aloud at your funeral. It develops today. The one-way road has shown me its bumps, and the smooth patches have been hard to find. And I am looking for that I will in times, but now I know the matters are up to time. So despite my unwillingness to move on from it all, and my inability to learn to fly instead of fall, I'll learn to grow these wings as yours of an angel spring, and I'll see you weave in the sky. Winding clouds meet eye to eye, I will pierce you with mine. Green like a pine tree, the one that grew and grows with my siblings. I will reach out for your hands, I'll embrace you finally, and I'll ask, will you please be the one to teach me? I used to lay in bed until 3 a.m. waiting for a message to see what you'd send. Cold, bright, lonely, tell me you're dying. Big boy pants under a blanket crying. There's a dance coming up at the last one we left. In the back parking lot we talked, and I could see behind your head unmedicated devils projected. But in the dark I found it beautiful. Together we undressed it, danced there, broke all the rules. Danced with the devil on your shoulder blades, gave him hickeys as he spoke his name, bit at my earlobe and sunk in his face, moaned and caressed his face.
Why are you wanting to, and then not wanting to, and then wanting to, and then not wanting to?
2-year time frame for us when an iron heart began to rust, and the time trying to fix was in vain because it didn't change how you didn't need me anymore. You threw me off the shore into a sea of tear-filled wars as if I wasn't anything, and now you wear matching outfits and you walk hand in hand. The devil's still on your shoulder, but now he claws another man. The baggage and letters sent, I could never share the discontent, never forceful with consent. Power dynamics in the bed, behind curtains and in sheets, you would make me take the lead. I always hated being in charge, but I did it to make you happy. I just wanted an ounce of pleasure, ashamed to admit, a bedwetter. We became only dolls, I was only there to fulfill your wants. I let you touch me, you almost fought to be. I scrubbed my skin of your body in the shower, sobbing. The smell of your perfume still fresh on my shirt. I smelled it and gagged and questioned my worth. Traumatized by intimacy, I tense when people hug me. I cry when they make eye contact. I walk around wearing a mask. I was kept around for answers for prayers, so you didn't have nothing. You continued to feed me lies when you could hardly remember the color of my eyes. I still remember yours, sky blue to green. They would change with the weather, and that always intrigued me. So I'm stuck, feeling like a part of my life has took everything and left me behind. And now I wake up with no one to greet, sleeping and somehow falling asleep. You haunt my dreams, and I panic when I'm forced to think. Your voice makes me wince now, and I see you when I blink. Misty Canyon drives used to comfort, but now I see you in the fog in my bathroom mirror. Around the corner, your image is burnt into my thoughts. Oh, I let you touch me. You almost fucked me. Reverted myths in each other's arms, grip my thighs and race my heart. I let you touch me. You almost fucked me. Pressure, degradation, inadequate to a final baby. Touch me. You almost fucked me. Don't touch me. Standing for the last 6 months of our relationship, confirmation that you were still living and that the earth was still spinning. I tried to help you breathe. I taught you all of my techniques, and I tried to help you see that you meant the universe to me, but you never did believe. You didn't trust a thing. The devil brought you deceit, never letting you be. You found pain in it all. I'd accommodate to no avail. I tried to see you at least call, but even then it still failed. In 2 years you changed who I was. I stopped reaching out or having fun. Get anxious and stop talking. Project yourself while he kept watching. My friends started leaving, and I started closing people out, all because I didn't need the fights and I was tired of the shouts, sharing secrets I told, fight and then fold. I just wanted a sorry, but they came with quotes. You made me feel like I deserved it. When I brought any issues to the surface, you would turn them right back on me like I was an awful person, then used for food and touch. I was so sick and in love. I would buy, cuddle, kiss, hug, then chew my nails anxiously numb. Said it was all good in your brain. I did what I could to mend your pain. I would have given you my veins to help you feel okay. Hold a pen that would just write hurtful things out of spite, cursing me out in the night. Perfect couple by daytime. I began to rely on your actions. Your words became my own. Your movements turned into mine. I was your voice and how you acted. I became all your toxic traits. I was you beside your name. I was that bus stop in the rain. I was that car in the wrong lane. And when I read this to an audience, you were gonna cry and deny it. And part of me fears like maybe I am lying, like all of these are fake memories, and I was just too reliant, and I deserved everything that happened. Repeating your words and gaslighting, but the honesty in me says this is all real, and I have every fucking right to feel the way I feel. I want back all those nights. I want back my time. I want back my innocence. I want my goodbye. I want my apology. I want you to say my name. I want me back, but when I ask you, just say it's all downhill from here. It's all downhill from here. I see it's all downhill from here. It's all downhill from here, baby. It's all downhill. It's all downhill. It's all downhill. It's all downhill. I don't want to admit. There's things I can't ever talk about. Feeling fear opening up, 'cause why should they have to account for the things I am going through? The fact that I'm screaming in my mind, wearing away the good in my life. This thing that made me pick up a knife at 7 years old, cutting my hands with ripped up aluminum cans. And at 17 I'm doing the same. This time I'm just holding a blade. I have no one but myself to blame for my suicidal thoughts and brain. Devil moved from your shoulder the day I decided I'd finally defend my name. I'm in school, wasting my youth, getting caught up in time loops. I was depressed before I knew you. In the beginning you just held the wounds, then the cracks started to show. The ways you make me feel so alone, putting in all the effort, ending up with broken bones. Nowadays it's all working, no playing, never getting my teenage years, never asking out that girl, 'cause your voice is in my ears. Instead I'll become my fears and never confess to her. Content with loneliness, stations to disappointment, pathetic, posting my parents' fights, screaming at each other in the night, and sometimes in that kitchen light the devil looms like you and I, toxic for one another. Our relationship was echo chambers, ricocheting verbal bullets, leaving us both despaired. Now I'm to the point of never being open anymore, waking up 'cause my muscles are sore, losing weight 'cause food's lost its allure. And it's not like this wasn't there before. Now I just don't have someone to try for. Now I just wait for Fridays. Now I just feel desolate and insane. In December had a mental break. It's no one's fault but my own that I think of death. It never leaves my head. I held a knife to my throat and pressed it to the skin without a note. I only saved myself because I got a call. I put the knife away to forget it all. I know there's always people there to help. The issue is I can't help myself. A million aspirations aren't gonna cure my depression. Uncomfortable with suicide jokes since I was 11. It was all too much for the first time, but I'm glad I chose to stay alive. Despite my fear, the pain in life, I am still living tonight. And one day I'll look back and laugh. Time for forgiveness and an oath. A long time ago I put on a mask, and now I believe in hope. In time, assuming I'm still going, the sun will be out. No longer snowing, look to the horizon. No longer hoping, I forgive you, dear. It's time for growing.
Underline the first letters. Regret and putting your name. I love you and hate you all the same. Send you this note. Underline the first letters. Regret and putting your name. I love you and hate you all the same.
Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Take the mask off.
Trust in love, never enough. Spring forward, fall back. Summer breeze crawls up my back, and I miss your laugh. just walked outside for the first time in a while and breathed in smoothly and showed my first smile, understanding that if you wanted me back, you would mean it and you would quit the act. I blocked you on everything so I wouldn't get reminders. Your ghost still lingers, but now I have blinders. I think it's so bizarre, still lonely without love. But I'm a bird in a yard, waiting for spring to come. I talked to the trees and asked for a leaf. A knot in the branch told me to weave a nest for me to grow my seeds, to plant myself into position to grow and learn and listen, to finally release me from the shackles and to learn to chatter like the grackles. I no longer wonder what the raven is. It is me, it is you, it's the lotus. It is earth, it is wind, it is death. It is life, it's my freedom, it's my breath. And when I see it in the morning now, black feathers contrast the snow. I no longer feel like I'll drown the instant he decides to go. This bird spoke in silence, his words were trapped in poetry, carried through the wind. He looked at me and said, new horizons are coming. The sun set behind, glistened on his back. I said in my mind, you will never be in 8th grade again, and you will never see your old friends, and you will stand forever on the fence between what's right and who's left. Optimistic nihilism, none of this matters, so why dwell on it when there is no after? Touch heaven with him, then back down to the globe. The light is bound to follow down. I'm sad but I am not alone, so today I'm choosing me. There is no happy ending, so I'll finally release the pain that's been festering. I'll wear a loss on my sleeve, I'll blink at myself in evergreens. I'll be consumed by the breeze and I'll take my time to breathe. And though I'm tormented by your thought, the presence of you and who I was, I'm grateful for you have taught me a lot. Thank you for showing me the sun, and though I am haunted and sad, I want to feel these feelings. They may hurt and you may cut, but this is my way of healing. And I've been trying to force myself to forgive you. The last conversation we had, you told me about a surgery and how you were scared, and I told you it would be okay, and if you needed me I'd be there, so I knew you would for me. But we're drinks are moving on and sobering up. It's over tonight now, no more control. And to the friends in Real 4, the bird's nest is still there. I'm sorry for leaving, but my nerves were just too hard. And to my study groups, the deep conversations and games we play are the most fun I've had in months. Today is the time for memories that involves only the demons off my shoulder. So today, I'm choosing me. Today, I choose me. Today, the raven sings. And today, I'm choosing me.